Here in the US, we use a lot of energy. More than 80% of all the energy we use comes from oil, natural gas, or coal. These are all non-renewable resources that contribute to pollution and environmental degradation. High CO2 emissions heighten the climate change issue. Mining disturbs natural habitats, and the burning of these fuels puts the clean air and water all around us at risk for contamination. Clean renewable energy is a feasible and sustainable alternative. The top candidates in the renewable energy field are solar energy and wind energy. Wind can be defined as the movement of air from an area of high pressure to an area of low pressure. Wind exists because the sun unevenly heats the Earth's surface. So technically speaking, wind is a form of solar energy, and as long as the sun shines, the wind will blow and we can harvest that power. The US has a great landscape for collecting wind energy. The country's overall capability for wind power harvesting is a clear indication of the potential energy that we have available to us. In the US, the Midwest and Northwestern regions have very high potential for wind power. However, the United States' greatest wind assets are on the coastal areas of Alaska. Wind power has been used for hundreds of years to dry clothes, to grind grain on farms, and to carry all sorts of boats across the oceans. With advanced modern-day technology, most wind energy today is collected with turbines.
Well, folks, we're up here at Thunder Wind Farm. Windmills are cooking. 25 degrees out here. 100% chance of wind.
In just this past decade, the use of wind turbines has increased by 25% each year, putting wind energy on the rise.
This baby's cooking!
The greatest source of human-caused greenhouse gas emissions in the U.S. is the power sector, at about 38%. Our largest source of electricity is coal. It produces less than 40% of the power, but also produces over 70% of the power sector's greenhouse gas emissions. Currently in the U.S., wind energy accounts for about 4% of the power sector. Wind energy has huge potential. Experts suggest that wind power could easily supply 20% of worldwide electricity. Wind energy comes with many benefits in comparison to energy generated by non-renewable resources. It conserves water, doesn't pollute the water, doesn't pollute the air, preserves land, eliminates mining and transportation, and produces zero greenhouse gases outside of manufacturing and installation. In the interest of environmentally friendly practices and sustainability, we need to fully utilize clean, renewable energy.
The rising electricity bills and the need to save power have prompted an increasing number of consumers all over the country to go in for solar products, and there have been a 25% to 30% consumers switching to solar products. So why do we need the solar energy? Why do we want to replace our current energies with solar energies? We enjoy traveling, but the cost is high because the gas is expensive, and so does the airline tickets. Most old-fashioned energy is pretty expensive. That's why we need alternatives here, and here we comes with solar energies. The solar energy product varies from solar lanterns to solar exhaust fans to address consumers' daily needs for power. The first product here, we can say the solar thermal. It's a very common product that we see everywhere. It can help you to heat up your water. And the next one is going to be the solar home. The solar home, which is We have the solar patterns, like the solar panels on the top of your roof, and we have in order to heat up every component in your home, so that you do not have to worry about your electricity use. And we have solar lights here, and the solar charger, which can help you in case you forget to charge your batteries. And we have solar phones here, and this is actually the future of phones because we have a panel, like a solar panel on the back of your phones, so that it can charge up to 20% of your batteries. And the solar bike, with this bike you can speed up with any motorcycles and any cars. And the solar mini car, you will win the competition with this solar mini car. And the solar car this is Toyota's most common model here. And the time machine, this is the future of the solar car. And the solar energy is a time machine that connects past, present, and future. And the last one is going to be the solar UFO. Does anyone remember the Landspender from Star Wars? With the solar UFO, you can play the Star Wars in the real world, and also you can go to another planet. So again, why do we even need solar energies in this world? Because it's cheap, clean, and it's for tomorrow. Nothing is certain but diets and taxes, but most of us are confident that the sun will keep shining. In light of that, we thought we'd take a look at some of the reasons solar projects are relatively safe investments. First, the sun will keep shining. Second, solar is a proven and reliable technology. Third, solar comes with standards and protections. Fourth, solar projects are tangible. And the last reason for solar energy is solar really saves money. How does solar energy affect our environment? We all know about the issue of the climate change. The burning fossil fuels for energy remains the world's #1 source of carbon dioxide emissions. Solar power is sometimes described as a zero emissions or emissions-free form of energy, and it is true that greenhouse gas emissions from solar are negligible. However, the construction of new utility-scale solar energy projects is bound to result in some greenhouse gas emissions. This fact is acknowledging the final environmental impact statement for one proposed solar farm in California.
The sun. Since its birth, it has been the primary energy source for most processes on the surface of the Earth. The energy source for heat, wind, waves, and rain. And through the conversion of sunlight into chemical energy in the so-called photosynthetic process, the sun is the energy source for life on our planet. Currently, humankind is using fossil fuels as its primary energy source. Solar energy has been fueling the Earth's surface for millions of years, stored in coal, oil, or gas. But fossil fuels are not a sustainable source of energy. Moreover, humankind depletes fossil fuels faster than they are formed again in nature. As the planet has been using the sun as a renewable energy source for the last 4.5 billion years, wouldn't it be a smart idea for we humans to start to use this renewable source as the primary energy source as well?